This week on Inside Boulder News. For one night, Boulder's dearly departed will rise from the grave. Boulder's hot bus resumes its standard route in downtown Boulder. And, with fall right upon us, city officials warn community members about increased bear sightings. Welcome to Inside Boulder News, your source for all things Boulder. I'm Jocelyn Avendaño. The Baseline Road Transportation Safety Project is a multi-year initiative to improve safety for all modes of travel along Baseline Road from 30th Street to Foothills Parkway. This week, community members took a bike tour of the area with city staff to learn more and provide feedback on the project.
Baseline Road from 30th Street to Foothills Parkway is one of the most traveled corridors in the city and is home to many key community destinations and services. With the Baseline Road Transportation Safety Project, the city will aim at making Baseline Road safer, more comfortable, and more connected for all community members.
Baseline Road has been in its current state for a number of years. The surface of the road is deteriorating, and one of the first things we'll be looking at is resurfacing the roadway, looking at the width of the travel lanes and trying to maximize the space for the protected bike lane.
According to the city's 2022 Safe Streets Report, this section of Baseline Road is one of the top 10 crash locations for people walking and bicycling in the city. The road was also identified as a priority corridor to make improvements on as part of the city's Core Arterial Network initiative to improve safety on the city's high-traffic, higher-speed streets.
We've been trying to create a foundation of inquiry and basically collect people's experiences traveling the corridor. We want to know what it's like for people walking and biking and taking transit, and that's going to help us understand what the problems are so that we can then create solutions through an upcoming project.
City staff have held several engagement opportunities for community members to provide feedback on the project. This week, a bike tour of the corridor took place to see the perspective of cyclists using the road.
I'd like to thank Community Cycles, our partner on this, to come out and join us for the tour, give us their perspective, and help lead some of the dialogue around how we make this corridor better for cycling.
The next engagement opportunity for community members to participate in will be a virtual public meeting being held on Wednesday, October 19th. To learn more about the Baseline Road Transportation Safety Project, please visit the website seen on your screen.
In spring of 2020, the city and Via Mobility Services rerouted the hot bus as part of the Boulder Business Recovery Program. Now that the emergency orders have been lifted, the hot bus will resume its standard route on east and west ends of Pearl Street in downtown Boulder. The City of Boulder's local hot bus service will resume its standard route on the east and west ends of Pearl Street in downtown Boulder beginning on Friday, September 30th. Hot bus services will return to Pearl Street between 9th and 11th Streets, as well as between 15th and 20th Streets, all the way to 30th Street. VIA has added signs to bus stops to notify riders of the upcoming service change. Riders can stay up to date on hot bus routing and schedule information by using the Transit app. While pandemic emergency orders have been lifted and West Pearl Street has reopened to vehicle traffic, including hot buses, the city is committed to working with community partners to evaluate the long-term future of West Pearl Street, along with streets in the broader downtown area and throughout the community. The City of Boulder's Police Oversight Panel is accepting applications for new panel members. Interested in being part of it? Applications are now open. Boulder's Police Oversight Panel, established in 2020, is empowered to review complaint investigation files and make disciplinary, police, and training recommendations to the Boulder Police Department. There are currently 9 spots available on the civilian-formed panel. Service on the Police Oversight Panel will entail a significant time investment and require regular attendance at monthly meetings, participation in full case file review discussions, service on a panel committee, and participation in regular training sessions. Panel members should expect to dedicate approximately 15 hours of service per month to the work of the Oversight Panel. Panel members will receive a stipend of $200 per month. The online interest form can be found online on the website seen on your screen. More information may be found on the city's website. Fall is upon us, bringing with it not only cooler temperatures but also more bear activity. As bears stock up on calories for their winter slumber, we might be more prone to seeing them in the city. Things such as bird feeders, fruit trees, and trash are all major bear attractants. Taking the necessary precautions to secure things away from bears is not only important for you, but for the life of these mammals as well. Per city ordinance, community members are required to use bear-resistant trash and compost bins. Other steps you can take to discourage bear activity in town include picking up ripe fruit and securing livestock with an electric fence or within enclosures. This fall, the city has seen 2 families of bears in the city, spending much of their time south of Arapahoe Road in neighborhoods including The Hill, Table Mesa, Martin Acres, and Chautauqua. One of the female bears has already been relocated by wildlife officers, and as relocating a bear twice is not a management option, the city asks community members to be extra vigilant in removing food attractants from their homes for their protection and the protection of the bears. In the case of a bear sighting, it is important to call 303-441-3333 and let them know there's an active bear sighting. In cases of emergencies, always call 911. More information can be found on boulderwildlifeplan.net. Historic Boulder is getting into the Halloween spirit as one of its signature events returns to the Columbia Cemetery. The community is invited to come out and watch as history comes to life at the Meet the Spirits event on Sunday, October 9th.
There's a lot of history in Boulder that lies deep underground. The public is invited to join Historic Boulder as they travel back in time to resurrect some of Columbia Cemetery's most prominent and permanent residents.
Historic Boulder and the city put this event on every 2 years. And the reason we do that is we want to bring attention to the history and the characters and the pioneers of Boulder and tell the story, and so that people who come here can connect on a very personal level.
Meet the Spirits is not only a lesson in history, it's also a way to raise money for cemetery conservation efforts.
The headstones are subject to deterioration over time, and so is the landscape. So the city needs to pay and to maintain this, and to maintain the headstones and the history here. And so the proceeds from this event, in part, go to providing funds for the maintenance of this historic property.
The Columbia Cemetery became a historic landmark in 1977. People buried here are the people who shaped Boulder, some of which will be seen at the event, including architect Chauncey Stokes, who helped to found the city of Longmont.
He was a God-fearing man. He was a person who wanted to eliminate the use of alcohol, and he was elected to the city council on that ticket to prohibit alcohol. And Boulder became a dry community because of people like Chauncey Stokes.
Other infamous graveyard inhabitants include Eben G. Fine and CU's first female professor, Mary Rippon.
The people who are buried here are people who worked at the university, started the university, worked in the mines and started mines here in the town, worked in the beet farms as farmers, worked in the coal mines. So just a great variety of people.
Don't miss Meet the Spirits on Sunday, October 9th from 12 to 5 p.m. at the Columbia Cemetery. Tickets for the event can be purchased at historicboulder.org.
Thank you so much for joining us on this week's edition of Inside Boulder News. Connect us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe. And be sure to check out the city's online newsroom for the latest city news. We'll see you next time.